This is my sister's little Nissan Micra that I posted a video of about the shock absorber last week. We got new shock absorbers for the back and I went to fit them and we got the old one out and it came out alright on one side, and the broken one, which we were going to do the good one before the bad one, but we got in here anyways and the shock goes up through this hole, which is all fine, but the bit of metal that holds the spring on here, I just looked at it and thought that looks a bit rusty, touched it and it all started crumbling away in my hands. So this piece of metal that wraps around here is missing, so there's no support for the spring. Now granted, she's just after driving about 200 miles in the car. It's probably okay, but I wouldn't recommend driving it at all. So like, we had a bit of a poke around. That's the carpet inside, and let's go over to the other side of the car. So in on this side, that's the top of the spring there, and it's the same thing, you know, like this is just me with a finger pulling away on this metal. That's not good enough, you know. I don't think there's really nothing supporting that. There's something plasticky missing. That's just a fascia there, fairing. That's all right. Yes, you could weld it up and make a new part for it, but you'd have to replace this as well, the cap for the spring. The car's fucked, I reckon. Strip it down, get some parts off it, get a new car. I think that's the option here. It's a shame, but what do you do? So that's most of what was there. Like, it's just turned to flakes of rust. There's no metal in it, so it's a wonder that it didn't collapse before. So with no shocks, look at how bouncy it is. I'm kind of nervous because it might burst the springs off their little hats, but oh well, there you go.